Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we are back on the public test server to figure out what will be the best weapon and the best heavy gun, as that's overall the best weapon category at this moment, for the March update and onwards. Why do I need to do this test? Because March update is armor update, but what that means, it's changing some damage calculations, it's fixing some bugs. We do have what you probably already know about, a nerf to the Gauss Minigun, which is currently #1 on the live game version, and it will be 10% weaker, so it's not drastic, a little bit weaker. There is no more overheat mechanic attached, that was removed, so we'll see how this one will perform. About the mixed damage weapons, like energy damage calculations have been fixed in regards to limb damage. How much does affect everything else, I don't yet know, but that's impactful overall for a gameplay of all non-ballistic and mixed damage type weapons. So we'll be testing that. The good old king, Gatling Plasma, maybe it's back, maybe not, we'll see. So we do have Gatling Plasma, they all basically have the same legendary effects, but Pepper Shaker, I have two different versions. So one with dual barrel that provides superior damage per shot but lower fire rate and extra armor penetration. That's relatively new, that's already on the live as well. Dual barrel, I think it was introduced with Ohio update, is equipped with bonus armor penetration, which was not the case a year ago. And second variation of Pepper Shaker, which is quad instead of furious, and this time around hex barrel for superior fire rate. We'll see how they will work, and yeah, I will be talking more about damage overall as we are testing on the Guardian, as that's the best test dummy so far. Maybe they will be better in the future. For now, Guardian is the best test dummy. And here we are at the Guardian place. For consistency purposes, we are on the private server, which is more responsive. Adventure server results may vary slightly, as very high fire rate weapons, like for example Gauss Minigun, with very high fire rate and double projectiles, may fail to register all the damage they're supposed to, which works fine on private, not always fine on adventure. It may not work fine, so you never know. It's not a build video, but test rig I'm using I will quickly show you. So those are the perks. Legendary perks, when taking one for the team is not working, as I'm solo, it does require at least one teammate to work. I'll be using a reflective method, which is slow, therefore I may skip some or accelerate this part. I have Aristocrat's reflective power armor with extra luck, so maximizing the reflection effects to take down the shield. Okay, maybe it will not be too bad. Like, I have everything possible to reflect as much damage as possible. I will ramp up as well the Bullet Storm, as we need those stacks, so I'll be firing here to ramp up the Bullet Storm. Hopefully get decent amount of stacks. I want it to be realistic and consistent, therefore no insta reload, no Wild West hands or anything like that could work better at one weapon and worse on another. So we'll reload here, make it more realistic. And yes, Gauss Minigun is really good for Bullet Storm. And now I will spam coffee and we'll see how fast it will take it down. So we're taking it down. That's the Gauss Minigun. Solo. Invades. Coffee ramp up. And this is the damage we are expecting. It's less than on live. Keep in mind, Guardian is different too. Like, it's not the same Guardian as on the live game version. So that's the test #1. You were able to see Gauss Minigun still did really well. The high ammo capacity definitely helps. Let's switch to the next weapon. And now it will be Guardian #2 with Plasma. So Gatling Plasma now for some action. Really good ammo capacity. We'll get here as well some of the stacks of Bullet Storm. And this is my armor breaking. That can be a problem. So let's fix that. And we'll see how Gatling Plasma will do. Will there be any visible difference or not? Let's try to get those Bullet Storm stacks. As you may see, the Bullet Storm stacks are going up slower on the Gatling Plasma because it's firing one projectile at a time Why the Gauss Minigun is firing 2 at a time. So that's a difference, causing the Gatling plasma to get those stacks slower. Is 300 bullets or so enough to kill it? Hopefully enough. I will wait now. We're almost at the face, and the same. Spam of the coffee so I can do VATS for both case scenario. And how is Gatling plasma going? Can you see any drastic difference? For me, it feels like it's going very similar way. I will probably need to rewatch my own footage after I record before I can comment about the winner clearly. Because that feels very close, but I don't have timer on the screen for myself at this moment. I will put it for you, so you'll see how long it took for each weapon to take down the Guardian. I currently don't see it. It feels kind of the same. I don't know if I'm right, but the feeling is kind of the same. Let's try next one. Next one will be the Pepper Shaker. So now we do have way lower ammo capacity on this weapon. So that's completely different. We will be reloading, but how will it translate into overall performance? Multi-projectile, so you can see that stacks of the bullet storm are going up real fast. That's different. Like, those stacks are almost instantaneous, which may have an advantage. And yes, about everyone that want to say like Guardian is not the same as every other enemy. It's true. There are some variation between enemies. The best and exact performance of Guardian will not be replicated on every other enemy, but it's a really good indicator what to expect. And again, we're spamming the coffee, so it's the same. And let's see. It's kicking very hard, I need to say that. For just 50 bullets, we are taking... Wow, we are taking over 60% of Guardian health. So we only need 1 reload. Okay, that's the performance which is above my expectations. For the ammo efficiency. The time, I would bet, because of the relatively slow reload, will not be as awesome as with other weapons. Let's see Quad now. So Quad Pepper Shaker, we have advantage of way higher ammo capacity, but we are losing on incredible power that comes from Furious combined with Onslaught effect. Is that better or worse? AP cost is lower on this one. That only matter for coffee consumption, but yeah, it's worth to indicate that. So now I can waste some ammo for the first phase, and I will try to see if I can do it without reload. So I will reload before we start doing damage to the Guardian, and then we'll see. Can it be done without reload? Will that be worth it? Like, is the trade-off worth it? I would say, without seeing result, that Quad should be worth it. I feel like Quad should be worth it, but is it? So we'll see. Reload it. Coffee spam. And how do we go? With previous one, 50 bullets give us 60% health. It's now we need like 80 bullets for the same, but there is no extra reload, and yeah, it's enough with 60 something left. So time-wise, it will be faster. Now the question is, which one was the fastest? Like, all those times, like, I'm kind of happy that all those weapons are top and valid now, but still, I need to know what's the winner. I would like to already comment on that, but I will need to rewatch this video. I will comment in a second. Like, for you, it will be a second. I know the results myself too now, so it's still Gauss Minigun, but it's not a domination. It's 3 seconds faster, which is not huge. That's like 20% faster than Gatling Plasma was. Not huge. And keep in mind, like, ammo is heavy and expensive. It's relatively heavy and expensive ammo, not so easy to feed the Gauss Minigun. So there are some valid trade-offs in this moment between weapons, which I like. So Gauss Minigun remains number 1, which makes sense. I'm happy with that. What do you feel about closing the gap between top weapons? Are you for it or are you upset by it? You can be in either camp. I generally enjoy more of the variety that I can choose from. I don't know yet if I'll be switching to Gatling Plasma, but it is possible that I will. For me, personally, it's way easier to feed it with those cores. And I prefer this weapon as there is no explosion, so there is no blinding effect. Gauss Minigun comes with explosions built in that you cannot get rid of. Gatling Plasma doesn't, so for me personally, I think I'll be switching back to Gatling Plasma. About the AP cost, you could switch some of the mods to reduce the AP cost. It's 14, which is higher than Gauss Minigun. So yeah, it's AP cost expensive, but there are some options to switch it and get it lower. For example, not running Prime Receiver. You could run it much lower. You will sacrifice damage, of course, but yes, AP cost can go down. Now, the biggest surprise for me from this test, personally, is this Peppa Shaker performance with Furious. Even reload included, yes, it was still slowest, 20 seconds, versus 18 seconds on quad, but ammo efficiency, maybe it was 20 seconds, versus 13 seconds with Gauss Minigun, so 7 seconds slower. But I was expecting it to be slower than that, to be absolutely honest. That's faster than what I was expecting it to be. AP cost is decent, it's not very high. If you want lower, the Hex Barrel offers a lower of only 9, so it can be relatively easily used with VATS, especially that the fire rate is lower. So using regular plasma ammo, not cores, not anything like that, just plasma cartridges, very ammo efficient. Most likely it will be earning more ammo back in every scenario than it's using, so that's additional plus. Weapon is probably easier to acquire than any other option than Gauss Mini or Gatling Plasma. Only available during seasonal event, but someone else can craft it for you, as base weapon is tradable, so someone else can craft it, the base variant of it. Like, I usually have a bunch of them in my vendor, like Peppa Shakers. I'm selling them for 2k caps to recover on the material cost and have some profit. But this is rather widely and easily available. The mods can be purchased from Samuels with a little bit of gold bullion, so it's not hard either. Very ammo efficient. I'm positively surprised, and yes, it's a multi-projectile, so it's a shotgun. It can be used for crippling, and a lot of other case scenario can be paired with extra perks that I was not using here, but it's worth to mention that it can be more powerful, especially on enemies that are not the Guardian and have extra limbs. Therefore, like Snake or so on, it may actually be on par with Gauss Minigun, even with those reloads, frequent reloads. If you spec for reloads maybe, and so on, one of the top contenders. I'm super surprised by incredible performance of the Peppa Shaker. So Shotgun Champ will give it extra 80% damage to crippled targets. So that's huge, and that could have been used already on the Guardian. And there is more things that you can do. You can run it with bullies and so on. What am I doing? I'm not wanting to share anything. So yeah, that's the result. What do you think? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed the showcase. Thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.